Getting cozy with Excel's sum function. Let's talk about the sum function. Honestly, it's the workhorse of Excel. If functions were employees, sum would be that reliable colleague who shows up every single day, never complains, and just gets the job done. You'll find yourself reaching for it constantly, whether you're managing budgets, tracking sales, or just trying to figure out how much you spent on coffee last month. So, what does it actually do? Pretty straightforward, really. The sum function takes a bunch of numbers, a range if we're being technical, and adds them all together. Simple concept, massive utility. And here's where it gets interesting. As you become more comfortable with formulas, you can combine sum with other functions to build some seriously powerful calculations. But let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet. Setting the stage. Picture this. You've got a basic spreadsheet in front of you, years running across the top as column headers, months of the year listed down the side, and a grid of numbers filling in the middle. Maybe sales figures, maybe inventory counts, who knows? The point is, you need totals for each year. Now, the classic approach, click in the cell where you want the total, type in the equal sign, and start typing sum. As soon as you do, Excel's IntelliSense kicks in and suggests the function in a drop-down list. Pretty handy, right? Press Tab to accept the suggestion, and Excel automatically drops in that opening parenthesis for you. From there, just select the range of numbers you want to add, something like C3 to C14. Close it off with the closing parenthesis and hit Enter. Boom, you've got your total. The Insert Function dialog box, your safety net. Here's the thing, not everyone loves typing formulas directly into cells. If you're newer to Excel, or maybe you're just having one of those days where you can't quite remember the exact function name you need, there's another way. See that little FX button sitting next to the formula bar? That's your Insert Function button. Click it, and you'll open up a dialog box that's honestly like a cheat sheet for Excel. You can also find the same button on the Formulas tab. The keyboard shortcut is Shift F3 if you're into that sort of thing. Once the dialog opens, you can browse through categories of functions or just search for what you need. Not sure what function adds numbers together? Type Add Numbers in the search box, click Go, and Excel will pull up a list of relevant options. Sum will definitely be in there. Double-click on Sum, and now you're looking at the Function Arguments dialog box. This is basically the same information you'd see in that little tooltip when typing the formula manually. It's asking you to specify which numbers you want added together. Excel will even make an educated guess based on where your cursor was positioned. But, and this is important, always double-check that guess. Excel might select D2 to D14, but if D2 happens to be a date, which Excel treats as a number, by the way, you'll want to adjust that range to D3 to D14 instead. Make your correction, click OK, and there's your result. AutoSum, the fast lane. Want to go even faster? Meet AutoSum. You'll find it on the Formulas tab, sitting in the Function Library group. It's one of those split buttons. You can click the top half or the bottom half for different options. Click the bottom half, and you'll see a drop-down with various functions you can use. Average, count, max, min. But the default action, that's sum. So if you just click the top half of the button, Excel immediately drops a sum formula into your selected cell and tries to figure out which numbers you want to add. Most of the time, this automatic selection is spot on. But occasionally, Excel gets a little overzealous. It might include a column heading in the range because technically that heading could be interpreted as a number. If that happens, no big deal. You'll see those marching ants, that animated dotted border, around the selected range in little blue squares in the corners. Hover over those squares, drag to adjust the selection, and press Enter. Oh, and here's a shortcut worth memorizing. Alt plus equals. That's the keyboard command for AutoSum. Same deal applies. It'll make its best guess at the range, and you can adjust if needed before pressing Enter. Those little green triangles, what's the deal? So, you've entered your sum formulas, everything looks good, and then you notice these tiny green triangles poking out from the corners of your total cells. What are those about? These are warnings, not errors necessarily, just Excel tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, you might want to take a look at this. Click on a cell with that green triangle, and you'll see a little warning icon appear next to it. Click the icon, and Excel tells you what's up. Usually it'll say something like formula omits adjacent cells. Basically, Excel noticed there's additional data nearby, like that date in row 2, that you didn't include in your formula. Now, in our case, we know those dates aren't supposed to be part of the calculation. They're dates, not sales figures. Excel just sees them as numbers because under the hood, dates are stored numerically. So what do? If you're confident the formula is correct as is, select all the cells showing the warning, click that drop-down arrow, and choose Ignore Error. The green triangles disappear, and you can move on with your life. It's always worth checking, though. Sometimes those warnings catch genuine mistakes. Maybe you really did forget to include a row in your range. But once you've verified everything's correct, dismissing the warning is totally fine. Wrapping it up without wrapping it up. The sum function is foundational. It's the first function most people learn, and it's the one they use most often for years to come. Whether you're typing it directly, using the insert function dialog, or blazing through with AutoSum, you've now got multiple tools in your toolkit for adding up numbers quickly and accurately. And those little green triangles, think of them as Excel's way of double-checking your work. They're helpful, not annoying, once you understand what they're telling you.